Did you know that there's a solar eclipse taking place tomorrow? So whether you're a seasoned stargazer or getting your first shot at the excitement before you look up at this celestial event, we want to make sure you're doing so safely. Let's welcome former Space Telescope astronomer and eclipse expert. We have Dr. Doug Duncan. We're thrilled to have you today.
Good morning, Desiree. Glad to be with you.
Yeah, and Dr. Duncan, I've heard that you and your colleagues travel to hot spots around the country to get the best view of the eclipse. That sounds exciting.
Oh, we do. You know, I've gone all over the world because when I was young, I saw my first total eclipse, and that was so mind-blowing. It looked like the end of the world, and it really captured me. But seeing part of an eclipse is still fun, and Sacramento's going to see almost all the sun covered. Just a little sliver will not be covered by the moon. But what I want to tell all viewers is that the sun is so powerful that if even a sliver is there, you've got to protect your eyes. So you put on these special eclipse glasses. They're not sunglasses, they're way darker. And if you want to take pictures, you got to protect your phone too. The phone's camera can be hurt by the sun. So it needs a nice little filter. And there's a picture. It's something I invented actually to make it easy. It's called Solar Snap. It's a little filter and it has a piece of Velcro. You see that on your phone. And you just take the filter and you attach it with the Velcro and look what you get.
Wow.
Those are pictures, I think, with an iPhone 12. Anybody's phone can work and take cool pictures. Of course, you've waited till the last minute. So I do know that Home Depot and Lowe's have some of these Solar Snap, they're called. So I'm trying to get people all over to take their own pictures
Yeah.
of the eclipse and have a lot of fun.
This is an exciting time, and I understand that Sacramento's geography kind of gives us a front seat on the action. Can you tell us why?
You know, you're in a good position. You're not too far from the maximum viewing of the eclipse. Start about 8:10 in the morning, so don't oversleep. And one thing to warn people, maybe this is kind of funny, but it's simple, but it's sensible. The moon moves very slowly to cover the sun, so it's going to be about an hour and 15 minutes until it's the full eclipse. Standing out in the sun for an hour, hour and a half. Don't forget sunscreen and a hat and
Oh,
something to drink.
yeah, and good to know. And you said what time does it start at again? 8, 10, 8:14?
About 8:05 or 8:10,
Okay,
depending exactly on where you live around Sacramento.
that's good to know. And you had mentioned a little bit earlier on, but when we're looking up at the solar eclipse, why is it important that we get those glasses to best protect our eyes?
You know, people underestimate how incredibly powerful the sun is. If only 5% of the sun is left, that's as bright as 20,000 full moons. So you
Wow.
may have seen somebody take a magnifying glass and concentrate sunlight and it makes a fire on a piece of paper. Well, if you stare at the sun, that's going on inside your eye. Or if you keep your phone camera pointed at the sun, it's going on inside the phone. So you don't want to ruin your eye. You don't want to ruin your camera. That's why you need a very, very dark special filter. And they're not very expensive. Well, yes, I once had 10,000 people in the stadium at the University of Colorado, and I sent them all to eclipseglasses.com,
Hmm.
easy to remember, and that's where you can get all this stuff. Oh, and keep it until next April,
There we go.
because April of 2024 is the coming total eclipse. And if you possibly can go and see that where it's total, boy, it is worth it. You will never forget it.
Oh my gosh. And you kind of mentioned it earlier on, but tell me the difference between a total eclipse and a solar eclipse.
So, solar eclipses come in two flavors. There's a partial eclipse when the moon is blocking some of the sun, kind of like this one that I got on my phone. But a total eclipse is right where the moon completely the sun, and that's what looks like the end of the world because there's a big black hole right where the sun should be,
Hmm.
and pink flames and silver streamers across the sky. And that's what's going to happen in 2024, but it's not a total eclipse on Saturday. But boy, if you can go to Texas or someplace where the total eclipse is, people remember that their entire life because it looks like the end of the world. It's like you're in a science fiction movie.
Oh, okay. Well, I
So
want to be in a science
tomorrow will
fiction.
be fun, but if you can,
Yeah.
2024 April will be mind blowing.
Okay, 2024 for the total, 2023 tomorrow for the solar eclipse. Dr. Doug Duncan, thank you so much for joining us today with these helpful tips on how to keep our eyes protected. Don't be left in the dark. Find out more by going to eclipseglasses.com.